The average Joe 4-step online success process. Okay, here it is. Four things only that you need to succeed. If you're gonna want to succeed online, I think that's right, that didn't sound right, but I hope it is, online, you're gonna want to watch this video to the very end. And I know it said average Joe, but we'll go with average Josephine too if you want. Doesn't matter, it's just wording. But the point is, when you end this video, you're gonna know the 4 things you need to really succeed online. So don't miss out, go to the end of this video and enjoy yourself. We're starting right now. Another thing you can do to really enjoy yourself, it's really enjoyable, makes you feel great. Hit the subscribe button down there, it'll make me feel good too. And after you've hit the subscribe button, don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified every single time I do a new video. Average Joe, average Josephine, whoever you are. Okay, so watch this to the end. Now these are things that really come into play online in so many different areas. I've been selling online since 2009. I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products. I had a lot of fun doing it, a lot of work, but you know, I boiled it down to these 4 things. If you don't, and the people that didn't succeed fell into one of these 4 categories. They didn't do one of these things that I'm going to tell you here, and I'm just going to talk to you for a few minutes about them. But these are really valuable things, guys. You don't want to leave this video right now, because I did it. Okay, I made money online. I'm telling you how to make money online, and I'm telling you it's only 4 things. 4 things you can stick around for. 4 things. If I said there were 400 things I need to tell you, I can understand you leaving. I totally get it. I can't understand you leaving when there's only 4 things. You know that doesn't make sense. Let's get going. Okay, the first thing you got to do, gain knowledge. Quit searching how to make money online with no skills. Quit it. Stop it. Don't do it anymore. You got to gain knowledge. This is something that is so very important. I know when I started selling in 2009, I had 0 knowledge. The only knowledge I really had is that I wanted to make money, okay, which is not very valuable, because I think everybody has that knowledge. But I didn't have any knowledge about selling online. So what I did is I gained knowledge. I learned things along the way. I learned how to put a product on eBay. And you say, well, that's pretty easy. Well, sure it is now to you, because maybe you've done it, but before you did it, you didn't know how to do it. You didn't have any clue. You didn't know what tags were. You didn't know what descriptions were. You didn't know what price to sell it for. You didn't know anything. Okay, so I learned a few things there, and then I would stumble onto something else I didn't know, like say SEO, search engine optimization. I'm like, well, I don't know that. I think I'll learn that thing. And then I stumbled on to websites and like WordPress. I'm like, what is a WordPress? Are they actually pressing words? What is that? And I learned how to do WordPress. And as I went along, I learned to do emails. I learned to do sales pages. I learned to do funnels. I learned to do, you know, sequences. I learned all these things. And the number one contributing factor to me being able to make money online was I just learned stuff. Okay, I'm not, you know, super smart. I'm not technically advanced. You know, I had no experience doing this, but the one thing I did is I learned stuff. So this learning stuff, you're not going to go out there and all of a sudden be like, hey, I learned everything I need to learn. It doesn't work that way, because what happens is once you almost get caught up, and you never will, but once you almost get caught up, they come out with new things. I know for years we did emails, and this guy I listened to talked about this new fangled marketing email software called Kartra, and I'm like, what the heck is that? You know, we used Infusionsoft at the time, which I think they now call Keep, because they're trying to keep their customers. But I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, this does like 10 times what our email provider does now. And if I hadn't listened and I hadn't learned, I wouldn't have switched, which I did, and then it made me money. So the point is, you're going to learn stuff, and you're going to have to keep learning. I mean, would you want a doctor working on you who said, I learned how to do heart surgery 25 years ago, I haven't read anything since, and you need heart surgery, I'm your guy? You'd say, well, no, I want him to be up to speed on stuff. That's right, and that's why he makes the big bucks, because he stays up to speed on stuff. And that's what you have to do online. You have to become a student of stuff. If I haven't gained knowledge enough, and that's only number 1, I don't know how else to do it, but you got to gain knowledge. Number 2, you're not going to want to hear this one. Put in the hours. Put in the hours. When I say put in the hours, I don't mean a 40-hour work week. If you want a 40-hour work week, you need to just go work a job, and instead of, you know, making money online, you can remain the average Joe or the average Josephine, because that's what you will remain. Nobody ever became super successful because they worked a 9 to 5 and they took off weekends and evenings. Nobody did. Quit believing it. Quit believing all those gurus who tell you in front of their sports cars, in front of their mansions, that they figured it out and they're going to hand it to you and you're going to work 4 hours a week and you're going to be rich. It's BS. It's BS. It's not true. Okay, it's not true. You've got to put in the hours. How could you possibly expect to make more money than the average person if you do exactly what the average person does? It makes no sense. Okay, if you go to the gym and you find that you can do 10 sit-ups and you always do 10 sit-ups and you never try for 11, you never try for 12, what are the odds that you'll ever get to 100 sit-ups? Probably not real good. Okay, this is true with everything in life. If you don't put forth the effort, the hours, okay, if you don't do that, then you're doomed for failure. It's not going to happen. So I'm telling you, you got to put in hours. Expect to work evenings, expect to work weekends, expect to get up early, expect to stay up late. This is what you need to do. Today I'm shooting videos, okay, and I always talk about this in one of my videos that I'm shooting, but today I had scheduled 12 videos. 12 videos, a lot of videos to do in a day. I'm just telling you, okay, they may not seem like a lot of work, but they're a lot of work because you got to prepare them, you got to write stuff about them, you got to have good information. And then I talked to my video editor today right before I started doing this, and he says, you know, you need 2 other videos on a couple different subjects. Let's figure out 2 other subjects. Now understand, my video editor works for me, but he said it would help my channel if I did these other 2 videos. I did them first thing in the morning, so I was a little bit fresher, but I went from 12 to 14 videos. I didn't say no, I'm only working a certain number of hours, this is all I'm doing. He had a good idea and he was right. He had some good ideas and he was right. So I decided to do what he said to do, and now I'm doing 14 videos today, and I think what am I at now? 6 7 8, I'm at 8 right now, so I still got 4 more to do. I think it's something along those lines, but I got a lot more videos to do. Wait, 8 and 4, that's only 12. I had 14. 8 and 6 would get me there. 8 and 6 would get me to 14, which is what I got to do today. But anyhow, the point is I got to put in the hours, okay, and that's what you got to do too. Next up, this is a big one. This is a really big one. This kills more businesses, this kills more people from success online than any other thing, and that is don't quit. Don't quit. You don't know how close you are. You have no idea how close you are to being super successful online. You have no idea. And you say, well, JR, I've been trying this for weeks and months and years. It doesn't matter. Understand that the reason you want to work online, the reason you want to make money online, is for freedom. That's what almost everybody does. Now, it may be financial freedom, it could be time freedom, it could be to work where you want freedom, it could be to work when you want freedom, but it has something to do with freedom. That's why you came up with it, which means whatever situation you're in now, if you're on a job or whatever you're in right now, you don't feel free in some areas. You don't feel free to make enough money. You don't feel free to take off when you want. You don't feel free to vacation. You don't feel free to come to work when you want and leave when you want. You don't have the freedom. So if you were to start working online and it didn't work out initially, and it will, because it didn't work out for me either. I had a lot of failures. I won't get into that, but I had a bunch of them, and it didn't work out for you and you quit, then you got to go right back to where you started. Is that really what you want to do? You just don't quit. You say, well, I ran out of money. I said, well, go get more money. You say, well, JR, this idea didn't work. Well, then go get another idea. And you say, this ad didn't work. I said, well, come up with another ad. If you keep trying things, you will run out of things to fail at. You will. You will actually run out of things to fail at. I just started a YouTube campaign, and we weren't getting clicks, and now we're getting clicks, and then people weren't signing up at my opt-in page. I changed the opt-in page, and now we're getting sign-ups, and then they weren't opting in for the webinar, which now they are, and now the webinar isn't doing that well, so now I've got to change the webinar. I just narrowed it down. I figured out all the things that didn't work. That's how this works. You're gonna have failures. Just don't quit. That is the killer, is quitting. And the last thing I want to tell you about, now these 3 steps, if you do these 3 steps, you're gonna succeed. You just trust me on this, hands down. You're gonna succeed, you're gonna be successful, you're gonna do very well, you're gonna make money, you're gonna have the freedom, you're gonna have all this. But if you leave out the last one, it could all come crashing down. All of it, every bit of it, everything you work for could be gone in an instant if you don't do this last one here. Do you want to know what it is? Sure you do. Number 4, take care of your customers. Take care of your customers, because the biggest thing that can help you build your business is being helpful to your customers. And I know sometimes it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I just got off a call, and it was one of our new retailers, and I don't know if they'll be successful or not. And I will tell you, a lot of people who try to sell our products are not successful because of the first three. They don't gain knowledge, they don't put in the hours, and they quit. But I never know which one's going to do well. And this particular guy had a really dumb question, really dumb. It was a question that everybody should know, but I stepped back for a moment because at one point I was him. At one point I was trying to figure things out and nobody would help me, and nobody would, because they would look at me and go, well, that's stupid, you should know that. If you're selling online, these are things you should know. So when I come across people like him who don't know something, I step back and go, you know what, at one point I didn't know that either. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand how things worked, and he had asked me a question that was really not that smart if you already had the knowledge, and I had to interject that and say, wait a second, I have to help this guy. So I'm taking care of my customers. He to me is a customer. Even though he's selling my products, he's somebody that buys my products to sell them to somebody else. Okay, he sells our survival food products. I won't say who he is, because years from now he could be really successful and he's going to say, you thought my question was dumb? And I'm gonna go, yeah, no, I thought your question was very dumb. But the point is, I wanted to help him out. And I think if you realize this with all your customers, you know, if they're complaining about something or they're griping about something, they've got some pain point somewhere. And if you can alleviate that pain point and you help them out and they become successful, guess who they're going to talk about? They're going to talk about you. And having a customer that's successful because of something you did is going to get spread around. More people are going to hear about it, and guess what that's going to do for you? That's going to bring you more business. Now, like I said in the beginning when I talked about taking care of customers, for the most part, when I train somebody or they want to sell my products, they don't do well. They don't do well because they didn't gain knowledge, they didn't put in the hours, or they quit. And I don't know which one of those people that will be. So here's the rule: take care of all your customers. Don't judge them, don't prejudge them, don't say, hey, this guy's trying to rip me off, or she's cheap, or whatever. Don't do that. Just take care of them. If you want to own your own business, you have to suck up your own ego. Okay, if you want to own your business, let me repeat this, if you want to own your own business, you have to suck up your own ego. It's not like I own a business now, I'm a big shot. It's just the opposite of that. It's just the opposite of that. When you have a business, you're no longer a big shot. Now you're serving other people. You've got to realize that's your job, to serve other people, no matter what. No matter if you think they're dumb or stupid or trying to rip you off or whatever you think, you're here to serve other people. And if you do all four of these, you gain the knowledge, you put in the hours, you don't quit, and you serve your customers, you take care of your customers, guess what? You're going to be super successful. I know you will. And you're probably, and I'm talking to you right now, because just individually, just me and you're the one that's going to be super successful. You're the one that's going to do this. You're the one that finds success on the other side of all these failures you had. Okay, you're the one. Trust me on this one. You're the one. Now, if you are the one and you think you're the one, I want you to put in the comment section below, I'm the one. Just put in there, I'm the one. I'm going to know what that means. Other people who didn't watch the video may scroll through the comments. They're like, what does he mean I'm the one? What does she mean I'm the one? They're going to figure it out if they watch the video. But if they don't, all they're going to see is the comments, and you and we will know, and I'll respond to you in the comments. I really appreciate you listening. If you really want to be the one, you're going to need to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there, smash that subscribe button, and then ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so that what? Oh, so that you're reminded. I had to remind myself that you're going to be watching a new video, because I'm going to send you a new notification that there's a new video. That's exciting. You're going to be reminded of new videos. You don't have to come looking for me. Be part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I go live and put up a new video. That's what you want. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.